Okay, so I just finished making these pepper popper stands. These are great if you do a lot of shooting or you watch a lot of shooting on TV. You see a lot of folks use these poppers to shoot high caliber weapons at. They're also used as activators to kick off other things. The steel here is 3/8 inch AR 400 steel. Same place I've been getting a lot of my stuff from. These stands are really neat. I used some heavy-duty rubber chalk blocks that'll absorb some of the shock when these big hunks of metal fall down on it. Pretty sophisticated contraptions here. There's a lot of nuts and bolts. What's different about these as opposed to regular poppers is these also have activated targets on the front of them, and I'll show you what that does in a minute. But I mean, it's not too hard to figure out. Essentially, when the popper falls, it pushes, and there's tombstone targets going to be stapled to these things laying face forward, and as the target drops, it picks as the popper drops, it's going to pick the tombstone target straight up in the air. Now, I also wanted the ability to have the target stop straight up and down so you could shoot at, but for those who are really lightning fast, kind of maybe as a bonus, I've got a little lever. I'm not sure if you can see that here, but there's a lever mechanism in the back. When that's face forward the way this target is, and this target right here is, when that bottom lever is face forward, the pop-up target can only go 90 degrees straight up and down. Now if you look here, that target right there is faced backwards, or that safety catch is out of the way I designed it, so the target will flip 180 degrees, and if you're really fast, you'll be able to shoot it. Kind of as an example here, and these things are going to make a loud noise because they're on concrete and it's probably going to bounce, but see if I can do this without getting popped here. When you shoot the target, this one here, your target would immediately come up and be held at 90 degrees. And for something like this, you got to watch it because it's going to go quick, but it'll be slower when there's a little bit of resistance in a tombstone target here. But ultimately, when this guy falls, target goes all the way over to the back. And I've seen one version of this online, and it looked like it worked pretty well for the shooter if you time it just right, kind of maybe when you're shooting for bonus. If you don't have the stop lever in place, it'll swing a whole 180 degrees, and there's a chance you can get it when it's straight up and down, and that's maybe a bonus or something like that. The other reason I built these swing arms like this is I didn't want to weld any pieces to fasten to these metal targets to activate something like my drop turn targets or my Texas Star or something like that. A lot of times you'll set up a stage where you want to shoot this guy, have it go first, and then the weight of it pulls the string and gets the other target spinning and moving in that manner. And these little gates right here that hold these can hold these tape up targets. You can take a shorter stick and put it in the hole right here, and that 180 degree swivel will also be plenty of room to hook a string and a small stick to and activate other targets. So it's a multi-purpose stand, I guess you can say here, for these poppers. But anyway, welded everything up. Took a little bit, had to do a couple prototypes to get it just right, but at least here in the garage everything works just fine. I can't wait to get down to Mom's in Gaffney, South Carolina, and give these things give them a shot. We'll try to get some footage of that as well, and get out there online for everybody to see. One other thing I've done, might as well capture it on video, is I welded up a number of brackets here that's going to hold. I've got some 8-inch round discs that have a little flat bottom welded on them that are just stand-up metal targets, and I wanted some way to position them on a stand at different heights so we could shoot off of them. So I made these neat little brackets here. Got some rebar in the truck. This thing will slide down over over rebar, and got a little thumb screw on the back here. I can clamp it on the rebar at whatever height I want. And then ultimately what this thing does is just makes a little bitty shelf that it's a foot long, so I can get way out here on the edge and set my freestanding plates on them. And I've got multiple pieces of rebar, and I'll stake them in the ground, and I can set these things at different heights, and then I'll have, you know, another little single stage. You see a lot of folks shooting in IDPA where they're just shooting freestanding metal plates off of platforms like this. So I made these brackets because rather than just having a stand that was one height and having to make, you know, 6 of them, I just wanted something that I could adjust up and down for different conditions or different configurations that we're putting together. So just something I thought of the other night. It took me a couple hours to put it all together, and we'll see how it works, see if we can get some video of that tomorrow as well.
Yeah? Yeah. Alright, so here's the first ever shots on the poppers that we put together. I can see right now, Robbie, we're going to have to angle them 2 outsides because I don't want to be hitting them rubber turnbuckles, but I'll worry about that later. We're shooting with a 45 camber with my reloads just to see if they will actually fall. It also has the target activation stuff on it, so we'll see if they do what they're supposed to do. There we go.
You got to shoot them high.
Yeah. So, now I can adjust that, but shooting too early if you hit them all 3. All right, here goes the timber.
One-handed, they ain't no excuse for accuracy.
So we got a little rebar clips, these clips I made last night that hold these freestanding targets. Got them on some rebar, some screws in the back so we can adjust the height.
All right, shooter ready, stand by. Pretty good. 21-18.
Stand by.
Oh shit. That was it, dude. Shooter ready. Stand by. That's still 21-5-6.